Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of Drive Time. I know it's been a little while. And as you see, I'm back in the Dodge. I'm still planning to give it to my nephew or sister-in-law up there in Minnesota. But it's having it hasn't, since Dodge put a new transmission in it, it doesn't steer right, and it's got some wonkiness to it. I gotta look at it, and the tires are pretty thin. I don't want to give them a piece of crap. If it isn't right, I won't let it go anywhere. It has to be correct. But anyways, I guess the thing I want to talk about on Drive Time, get you guys' thought on this. There's a company in Canada that builds hybrid semi-trucks called Edison Trucks, I think. And they're in the process, it's a fairly new company. They've been having to deal with whether it's Canada, their EPA up there, which I think they still follow, I think, the same standards that the US has on their emissions requirements. But I think they've overcame that because of something with how these trucks are set up. I'm not really sure. They don't work the same as regular diesel engine or diesel powered semi trucks. But I just saw a video that he was complaining. He's like, I've gone through all the EPA stuff. I had to change it to put an 18-speed transmission back in it, and so on and so forth. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, you did that. And he's like, I'm ready to send it. I want to ship them to the US, and then he's mad about the tariffs. He's going to get hit with this huge tariff. And he's such a small company that he's upset because now I'm assuming the tariffs means he has to raise his prices because he can't eat the cost of the tariffs to ship them. He didn't really go into the detail on the cost-wise, but I can only surmise that it is going to be a considerable amount. But he just has to look at, what Canada's doing to us when it comes to tariffs. When we want to send our stuff to Canada, from what I understand, they don't allow certain products that we produce to ship to Canada. They won't even let them. I don't know what they are, but I want to say they're like dairy or farm stuff, what have you, agricultural stuff. I'm not sure on that. Someone put it in the comments down there if you know what I'm talking about. And I don't understand why people they don't understand that we want fair trade. If you want to sell stuff of yours in our country, it's going to be the same amount of tariffs that you're charging us to sell stuff in your country. Tit for tat, if you will. I am on the side of tariffs should be equal, hence equal trade. We have $30-some trillion in debt. I can't give you an exact figure because it's constantly changing depending on who you listen to, what you're saying, or what they're saying, or what it is. I think it's a fictitious number that's made up to keep us thinking otherwise. I don't know. Show me some real hard data. And why are we borrowing money if that's the case to fund stuff? I don't understand that. And trust me, I have a little bit of background in government funds, actually quite extensive. Why we're borrowing money when we make the money, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Again, that goes back to the whole, doing, centralized banking in the U.S. is just, we went off the gold standard back in, I don't know if it was in the 30s, 60s, 50s, whenever it was. I don't know. I just think, and I feel for the guy up there, the Edison company. They're trying to, from what I understand, they make a good product. That they've proven it through numerous testing. I think they're selling them in Canada. They work well. They're fuel saver. If you're, climate change, whatever. I think that's a good idea. I'm not opposed to electric vehicles. I'm not opposed to hybrid vehicles. I think the baby steps for us to transition off of fossil fuels would be it's a good transition to go to hybrid. I don't think people realize the impact that fossil fuels have on our way of life across the board. I mean, from the plastics, it's everywhere. Petroleum products are everywhere, whether it be natural gas, whether it be propane, oil, you name it. Just food for thought. Just keep in mind that if fossil fuels went away today, you would not have half the stuff that, I don't even say half, I would say probably 90% of the stuff that we have today in the manufacturing process of making it. I don't think people understand it. I really, truly don't think they know what all is produced from the use of fossil fuels. But that's what I think. I think I sympathize with the Edison guy. I think it, but that's his government, that his socialist government that he has up there in Canada. If they would cooperate more and have equal trade with the U.S., he wouldn't be affected by these tariffs, or it wouldn't be such a shock when he wants to start shipping his product to the U.S. It is what it is. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I do read them because I don't get a lot of comments, so I do have time. I don't foresee ever not being able to answer comments or reply to comments. I try my best. If I miss or I'm late to replying to your comments, I apologize. But on that note, have a great rest of your week. I think it's a Wednesday right now. Probably see this tonight or tomorrow. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next drive time. God bless.